Guys, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, those people that share my videos and also educate you guys are the real MVP. Alright,
So lovely. I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where a lot of people are reacting to the fact that Canadians actually reply BP to the fact that he wants to impose the 30% tariff. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together, because this actually got a lot of people, giving all of the personal commentaries. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that do not support any form of bullying. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it.
FO moments. Canada's like, yeah, we got you. I am not a Ford fan, never voted for him, but I am in agreement with this, because I don't think the Americans realize just how much energy or natural gases they get from Canada. We're talking billions of dollars. Yeah, another FAFO moment. Check this out.
We will go to the full extent, depending how far this goes. We will go to the extent of cutting off their energy, going down to Michigan, going down to New York State, and over to Wisconsin. I don't want this to happen, but my number one job is to protect Ontarians and Canadians as a whole. This is coming. It's not if it is, it's coming. And it's coming January 20th or 21st. And we need to be prepared. We need to stand as a country. We need to stand united as Canadians and work hand in hand and shoulder to shoulder with our colleagues across the country. And we're ready to do it.
We have some breaking news right now. A Canadian member of parliament just called out Donald Trump for calling out Canada's values and for trying to impose tariffs and making fun of Trudeau. You need to watch this video.
So yes, they are our neighbors, but we have stood up to them. We're in a different situation with Donald Trump, a convicted predator who's seriously undermining the democratic process in the United States, and he thinks he can just push us around. He insults us. The Conservatives seem to like it because he's insulting our Prime Minister, but he's not really insulting the Prime Minister. He's insulting Canadians, calling us the 51st state.
That's right, exactly.
Once there was a Canada that had a flag that didn't need to be waved. A flag that represented who we are. We didn't boast of.
Canadian members of parliament are literally calling out Donald Trump, our next president, and he hasn't even taken office yet. This is what happens when you have diplomacy via Truth Social. And the jokes that he's making about Trudeau and making Canada 51st state is just not going over well internationally, obviously. In any event, comment below your thoughts, spread the word, and follow along for all the news you need to know about.
I just can't make this shit up. Doug Ford, the Premier of Ontario, Canada, it's like, you can look it up, is threatening to cut off energy supplies to the United States if Donald Trump passes his sweeping tariffs on Canada. He's gonna shut the light out. Doug Ford is gonna go to the light switch in Canada and he's gonna go like this. Click! Bye, bitches! Get cold! Fuck off! This will affect the state of New York, Michigan, and most definitely Wisconsin. Bro, what the fuck did we just get into by electing this goddamn maniac? Oh my God. ¿Qué te da buen día?
Adam, that the Premier of Ontario said that he would literally cut off all energy, electricity, to the United States. And he wasn't joking. And that would include New England, New York, and parts of the Midwest. He's not joking. I don't think people believe you. And then I have people say to me, it's all Biden's fault. No, it isn't. This is a Trump thing because who's the one that said, I plan to impose 25% tariffs the first day I get into office. He did. So I told you, countries are going to respond to this. He wants to impose 100% tariffs to BRICS nations. That would not just include Russia and China. It includes the likes of Brazil, Saudi Arabia. I don't think he gets it. He's not going to make it 6 months. I said 6 to 12. I was really spreading. And little Muskie, ketamine man, is desperate. In other words, he's actually trying to throw a carrot in the face of the Republicans, saying, if you don't vote for him in 2 years, I'm going to swing my money in a different direction. They already know about ketamine man. They don't take his word for crap. And by the way, they're not stupid, ketamine man. You're not too bright. Maybe you should ask little X to help you. Harris went through $1 billion. She squandered $1 billion and she didn't get reelected. They're not stupid. It's not just about money that's going to win them seats. It's not going to just be about money, honey. If the pressure starts and the calls come in and they can't get the majority of votes and they can't get those electoral votes, they don't care. Money enough isn't going to buy them those seats. So this isn't looking good. I told you, I see them evoking the 25th with Trump. Trump is not going in on the same foot he did in his last election. It's worse. I told you, he's paralleling Nixon all the way through. He had a redeeming arc, and he thought, oh, I won't be like, the predecessor Nixon. No. It's going to be worse. And it's going to be very, very sad, because you're leaving that office with such disgrace. That even at least with Nixon, he had some redeeming qualities that you don't. And I'm being quite honest with you, because Musk is going to turn on you. Musk is already frustrated. He's got so many things going against him now, and he's fighting for you because it's not about you, Trump. He's worried about his businesses, and he'll turn like a dime, and he's going to. He's going to let all his secrets out to Congress and to social media. And then your own party line is going to actually turn you in. And this is not funny. But in the meantime, we're going to pay the price. We're going to suffer. We're going to suffer big time, and that's what I'm concerned over. Not just the economy, our national security. Everything is really, really concerning. And it's all predicated on your egregious, I hate to say it, extreme behavior, because syphilis man, there's something wrong with you. That's all.
Breaking news to the people who ain't heard it yet, and this is going to Democrats and Republicans. We definitely need to know this. Ontario Premier Doug Ford threatened to cut off energy to the United States, and that was in response to Donald Trump saying that he was going to hit Canada with tariffs. Premier Doug Ford said he will go to the full extent, depending how far this goes, and we will go to the extent of cutting off their energy. And when he says their energy, he's talking about Michigan, New York State, and Wisconsin. He was also quoted saying, I do not want this to happen, but this is my #1 job to protect Ontario and the Canadian. And he said this is definitely coming. Not if, he said definitely coming. And more than likely, it'll be on January 20th or January 21st. How real is that? Now, to be honest with you, that's crazy. I want to know what you think. I want to know what you think is going to happen. I want to know how you think this is going to play out, because honestly, it doesn't seem good at all. But, we have time until January 20th. Maybe they could work something out. Hopefully they could work something out. But it's crazy.
So Canada is threatening to cut off energy resources to the United States if there's tariffs put in place.
We have some breaking news right now. Canada's premier has just said that if Donald Trump imposes 25% tariffs, he's going to cut off all energy exports, energy supply to the United States of America. This was coming from Doug Ford, who is the premier of Canada's largest province, Ontario. And he said we will go, quote, to the full extent, depending on how far this goes, we will go to the extent of cutting off their energy. We will use every tool in our toolbox to fight back. We can't sit back and roll over. We just won't as a country. 49% of Ontario's exports in terms of electricity goes to Michigan. Ontario is also a major exporter of energy to states like Minnesota and New York. He is now threatening to cut off energy exports to the United States over Donald Trump's 25% across the board tariffs. This is serious, folks. This isn't a game. People's lives depend on it. They're literally fighting over energy now. And all because Donald Trump wants to impose 25% tariffs across the board. Everyone needs to know what's happening. Comment below your thoughts, spread the word, and follow along for all the news you need to know about.
11% of the electricity here in Minnesota is imported from Canada. Most of that electricity goes to the Iron Range. Also, here in Minnesota, 100% of our natural gas is imported, with 90% of the natural gas coming from Canada. 85% of our crude oil comes from Canada. Let's see what the Premier of Ontario said yesterday. In case you don't know, Trump said he's going to put a 25% blanket tariff on Canada for any of their exports. And so the Ontario Premier, Doug Ford, said, we will go to the full extent depending on how far this goes. We will go to the extent of cutting off their energy. He says, 100% the tariffs are coming. We will use every tool in our toolbox to fight back. We can't sit back and roll over. We just won't as a country. And isn't this a shame? Our closest friends and allies. If you live in the Midwest, guess what? You are now a cast member in Love Actually. I can't even imagine if they cut off energy sources to the Midwest. I'm looking at South Dakota, North Dakota. I'm looking at you, Wisconsin. I'm looking at you, Michigan, because you guys get even more energy from Canada than Minnesota does. But we're still effed if they cut off energy sources in the dead of winter. We are effed, okay? I don't want to live in the FAFO point of my life anymore, okay? Like, I'm too old for this. This man hasn't even taken office, and they're already threatening to cut off our energy source. Like, this is crazy. Anyways. Oh my gosh. Yay. Okay, bye.
Look, every 2 to 3 days, I have to take a break, a hiatus from the news, and I did. I popped the TV on tonight, and this man, Doug Ford, I guess he's the Prime Minister of Canada. Doug Ford ain't playing with Trump. I guess we done fucked around and found out, because he said it is a fact that come January 20th or around January 20th, if he sees any tariffs, that he will definitely pop down to New York, Michigan, Wisconsin, and he will cut off all the power, that they will be in the dark. I didn't even know Canada had power to cut our power off. I can't take 2 days off without something happening. Doug Ford ain't playing. He is the Prime Minister of Canada. He said Trump can fuck around and find out and put some tariffs on Canada if he wants to. But New York and Michigan will be the first people to be lights out. OMG. And he said it's a fact that it will happen. It is a fact that it will happen. Let's see if Trump is really going to fuck around and find out with him. Then let's see. I can't get a break. I just want to make TikTok dances.
Bravo, Doug Ford. This guy literally just told America exactly what to do. Now, it wasn't the conservative leader Pierre Poilievre. It wasn't Justin Trudeau. Doug Ford literally stuck it to America. And I got to say, he basically told them that if you come and you put tariffs on Canada, we're going to cut the power to you guys. So I thought to myself, well, what's the big deal? How much power does Canada actually give the U.S.? We are the biggest providers of electricity and oil to the United States. The biggest. 60% of U.S. crude imports and 85% of electricity imports all come from Canada. So if you didn't know, Canada is a powerhouse when it comes to powers. Literally, Doug Ford put it all on the table and said, hey, Donald, look, we're friends, we're allies, we're neighbors. But if push comes to shove, America's going dark. I ain't mad at that.
Doug Ford makes sense. He is the first Canadian politician to speak frankly. I did not have agreeing with Ford on my 2024 bingo card. If you live in the South and you think that Canadian energy doesn't impact you, stay tuned. Maybe you saw the article where Doug Ford is warning that if Donald Trump produces these tariffs, they will retaliate by cutting off energy to the US. And contrary to popular American belief that the only thing Canada exports is maple syrup, which it is a lot, we get over 10 million gallons. Here is a map of the US-Canada energy trade. Big states in red: Montana, North Dakota, Illinois. We're going to come back to this state. Vermont, And I'm a quantitative economist, but this one is very simple. If you lower the supply and the demand stays the same, then your price will increase. This is a real-time energy demand map between states, and here MISO is the Mid-Continent Independent System Operator. They pull it from Canada and take it down to the south. There are multiple lines of energy from Canada coming all across the United States. So if the United States imposes these tariffs on Canada, enjoy your high electric bill because...
I told you, Trump uncle. You made a big mistake by giving 25% tariff to Canada. And you know what's gonna happen now? Canadian ministers are overwhelmed. They are going crazy like cuckoo. And they said, from January 20, they will cut all the power to United States. 60% of power comes from where? From Canada. Now, Canadians said, whatever Trump says, it's insulting. 51 states of America? No, Trump uncle, you didn't do that right. You're a mistake. You just say whatever you want to say. But please, Trump uncle, think about without power. And in this cold, everybody's ass is gonna get frozen. So please, Trump uncle, think about again. And don't play with the Canadian people. They are nice when they have to be nice. They are bad when they have to be bad. So please, Trump uncle, consider this as Canadian threat.
Okay. This is the funny part. A lot of people don't know this. See, I took a trip to Toronto, Ontario, Canada when it was like 8 years ago. I was 30. Okay. I still have the picture. Either way, let me tell you something. A lot of people don't know. That's why every time I was saying something about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, on my other page that they shut down, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna bring it back up and repost whatever. Do you not know that they own half of the United States? That's why it's not just that they're here. Canada owns half of the United States, and the other half is owned by Mexico. People did not know that. I even revealed that one time to Governor DeSantis when I was talking to him in a letter about the situation I was going through. But regardless of that, if you didn't know that, now you know. You can go look it up. I'm not saying Google ain't just as free. Just go look that shit up. People don't know history, don't know that Canada and Mexico each own a half of the United States. So when they would always be talking about, what's his name? Bill Gates? Bill Gates ain't shit. They the shit. So, yeah, you say, oh, they gonna have a signet? Yeah, them people ain't playing with folks. And Donald Trump, he trying to push the button. He gonna push something and they gonna whoop his ass. If Mexico, see, listen, everybody talking about the war across the seas, baby, the war can happen right here. You got Mexico down here at the bottom, and you got Canada at the top, believe me. And they fought. Both of them have fought over this land before. All them civil wars, they were all involved. Go look at the timeline of the wars that was going on under Abraham Lincoln's time. And before that, and before that, and before that. That's why history is important. People don't want to learn the truth. Mexico, the Mexicans was already here. They owned half of the United States over there, like California and all that shit is. The other half was owned by Canada. At the end of the day, if you don't know your history, that's the crazy part. And yes, let me tell you something. And realistically, the person, okay, we got several levels to this shit. People don't know this stuff. Okay, the Pope, he can stop anybody and everybody. Okay, he can just tell anybody and everybody sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. He can tell Donald Trump what the fuck to do. Okay, him too. I ain't gonna say I hope. I'm actually kind of dumbfounded. His ass ain't said nothing yet. We ain't heard shit about the Pope saying anything. Because if the Pope can tell Donald to kiss his right and left ass cheek. He the one can run the country and tell him to move. Because he outrules everybody. If nobody knows that, he even outrules the King of England, which that's new King Charles. What you don't know. And King Charles ass can come over here and tell Donald to shut the fuck up. Because they own this shit too. Because they own Canada. Come on. Put two and two together. The British is behind a lot of shit. A lot of people don't know what's going on. That's why you gotta learn history. I don't know why people don't want to learn that stuff. That's the truth. It's sad. And yes, they have that much power. They can come and shut anything out. That's why I don't understand why Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, Prince Harry and Princess Richard, Meghan Markle, why them two did not say nothing. They're here in the United States. Do you know they can put their fucking scepter down and say something? Bitch, they all of them got power. Don't let them fool you. They gonna say, oh, Prince Harry has new power. That's a lie. Prince Harry is over Canada. Prince Harry is in California, bitch. Fuck with it. I'm shocked that, and Prince Harry got on the thing with Kamala Harris. I ain't gonna say shit. You know, y'all say fuck around. I'm not gonna say shit. If he makes a call or make a shot, him and Megan, they say something, it's over, baby. It's over. Donald can try as much as he wants to. But those are the people that's really in charge of this bitch. They might be walking through this motherfucker. But at the end of the day, Donald can keep on fucking around and finding out. And everybody else can keep on fucking around and finding out. I'm not shocked. All you black folks that didn't know this stuff, I'm here to inform you. And TikTok, you better not delete this, because at the end of the day, it's the truth.
I seriously love this. I do not know what or how everyone has gotten to this stage. So he decided to go for Canada. As you all know about the tariff which has, been imposed, or which he plans to impose when he takes over. He's going to impose it on Canada, China, and probably, I think, Hispanic people are also involved. And this actually sparked a lot of controversy in the social platform, which got people reacting to what is happening. What is it doing? What is it trying to do? Is it that he's trying to actually achieve what was not able to be achieved for the past 4 years? So he has promised a tariff, for Canada, for China, and I think Hispanic as well. I think so. And this actually sparked a lot of, controversy. A lot of people are even now finding out what tariff means and how it might actually negatively affect the economy. Many people do not even know that tariff might end up making goods and services to, and now Canadian government has actually replied back. I think Hispanic people also did the same thing, but this time around it's Canadians, and they went as far as talking about the power supply, like they are going to seize the power supply. Who can ever thought that something like this will occur? Who can ever thought that all of the thing that he has been imposing is going to, people are just going to retaliate? I think he never thought that people might retaliate, because he's only thinking that he is the all and nothing is going to happen. Like, a lot of people will just accept anything that he actually wants to, impose on people. So with that being said, the tariff in which he has promised Canada that he's going to impose is also, going to negatively affect him as well, in the sense that these people also say that they are going to cut the power supply. Like, I have never seen a nation that stands alone. I don't even know what he's trying to do. Is he trying to create a scenario whereby the empire will just stand alone? I have never seen an empire that stands alone without the help or relationship with other empires. Like, I don't know if it's something that is doable, but if it's something that he can do in his own tenure, then he is actually a great man that people who voted for him say that he is. Because I don't know if an empire can actually stand on its own without the help of other empires. They say that when your right hand hit you, the left hand should, reciprocate. So he's trying to create, what I say, enemies with other countries. Like, is it that his plan is to have a separate country without having any form of relationship with any other country? Like, is that one of his agenda? I'm asking this question based on people that voted for him. Because the way at which he's doing things with the policy, with the deportation, with this, is as if he just wants an empire of its own, like to just stand on its own without any other country interference. You know, I don't get it. Is that the policy? Is that what his campaign is all about? Like something to stand alone, to stand out without any form of relationship with other empires. Let's just use that word because this is what is given. He's not done with the undocumented and documented immigrant, which he actually wants to, put back to their state or whatsoever. And this will also give room to those countries that he got deported back to also do the same thing to his own citizens. This is just what it's going to look like. So we don't have rights. It's any it's like a relationship, business transaction. Decide to go through with the BRIC nation idea. Like, we don't want these people to have their own. You still don't want these people. You still don't want these people to have a relationship with you. And when they choose to create their own, are still not happy. What do you actually want? What do you want? This is just giving someone that actually wants to be on its own. You don't want any form of relationship with anybody. You don't want any form of business transaction. Thereby making your citizens to pay heavily because of what you intend to do. A lot of people don't even have an idea that the tariff is or tax is definitely going to paid by the final consumers, making the poor to get poorer and making the rich to get richer. Because these people that actually want to import goods, even if you want to, you have an idea of trying to create so many manufacturing industry, but at least some raw materials are not going to be gotten there unless you have, I don't know, you must have a relationship with another country and able to import some certain raw materials in order for you to produce any goods and services. And in importing that, these tariffs are to be paid by the importer, right? And at the end of the day, the final consumers are still going to pay for it. So what is he saying? Or maybe I don't understand. You guys, please leave me your own thought in the comment section, because this whole thing is giving he don't want any relationship with anybody. He just wants to pick a fight with everybody. He just wants to be on his own. But it's giving way, and I don't know. And you're just going to end up, with having problems with people that you can actually gain something from. You cannot have it all. They say it takes two to tango. You cannot know everything all. You are not Mr. Perfect. You can't have it all. It takes two people or three to achieve something. They say the people that to tango, they know what I'm talking about. I have never seen an empire maybe in a movie. I don't know, or maybe it's going to happen this time around. Comfortably calling him, oh my gosh, like what? Every other person knows his kind of person, knows who he is, and know what he has done, but his followers have actually blindly followed him and don't want to see all of those things that is being said about him. And now, like seriously, lovelies. Anyways, when I saw this, I thought that I was just going to put it up here because each and every person there is a fresh news. Because of what? Because this is just exactly what people want. This is exactly what people want. Anyway, lovelies, wanna just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So please, if you're not subscribed to this channel, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.
Yes, then thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, share this video, leave a thought in the comment section, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.